Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members, Chaos here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today we are going to be taking a look at my Python. Now, it's been a while since I made a video on this ship, and some things have changed a little bit since the last time we actually looked at this thing. So let's go and see what's changed, what stayed the same, and how we've improved upon things. As we can see, we've got 2 plasma accelerators and 3 beam lasers. Now, these are all fully modified, as we can go and have a look. Modifications on the large plasma accelerators, we can see that they are grade 5 focused. Now, the reason for focused is we actually have a shot speed. Now, this isn't rate of fire, this is something completely different. Shot speed is the velocity of your shells. One of these is at 95.7, whereas the other one, let's go and have a look, is at 96.3, so they're virtually completely synced. The main issue with having weapons that have a higher shot speed or a higher rate of fire being used in tandem is that sometimes they can be out of sync, and that's a bit of a pain in the butt at times. But these are virtually perfectly synced up. They also have a longer range as well, so we can hit things from virtually twice the distance away, so around about 7 kilometers we can hit them from. The next major positive to this type of modification is the armor piercing. This goes and increases the armor piercing by around about 60-ish% on both of them, a little bit less, so that's amazing. The thermal load's a little bit lower, but these still overheat to some good degree. I'm actually planning to try and swap these out for advanced plasma accelerators, which generate less heat per shot, but overall would generate more heat if you're firing them constantly. But we'll have to see which one actually goes and works best. Next, we have 3 beam lasers, all modified for efficient. So, as we can see, they are all efficient modified weapons. Only the underslung one here actually has a special effect, which is regeneration sequence. If I am flying in a wing, I can go and heal the shields of my wingmates, so this is awesome. The main reason I have this is it goes and reduces the power draw of the weapon, the distributor draw, which is really nice to have, and the thermal load. So this ship doesn't heat up that much, except when I'm firing the plasma accelerators. And looking at one of the mediums, you can see it's the same efficient weapon, but we don't have any secondary effects. I may go and take these back to Brute Tarquin in the future to try and get them either with just more regeneration sequence or maybe with concordant sequence to increase the amount of regeneration that the large weapon does. I don't know. We'll go and see. Moving on to the utility mounts, we've got 1 shield booster, which is modified for my speciality of resistance augmented shield booster. So this just ups the resistances of everything on the shield. It increases the power draw, decreases the integrity, and I think I got a secondary roll which increased the mass, which I'm not overly worried about. We have a heatsink launcher, which I have yet to go and modify, but I will, and actually going to go and have this modified as extra ammo capacity, so that my shield cell bank will actually correspond to how many heatsinks I've got. A chaff launcher, again, non-modified. I haven't worried about doing that just yet, because I don't fly this ship as often as I used to. And also a kill warrant scanner, and this has actually gone and been modified for grade 3 lightweight. I could go and modify this more. I'm not even sure if I want to keep it on there. I may even go and put another shield booster. I don't know. We'll see what happens. On to the core internals. We've still got the lightweight armor, which has not been modified as yet. Normally I would go and modify lightweight armors for heavy duty armor, just to put up the hull boost a little bit and to give us a little bit more resistances. The power plant has been modified ever so slightly. As we can see, it's overcharged by grade 3, because that's all we really need. And still, we're actually overpowered on what we actually need to run this ship. Thrusters, as per usual for me, have been modified for dirty drive grade 5, and this has given us an optimal multiplier of plus 30.4%, which is really nice. The power draw's gone up, the optimal mass has gone up, or down even I should say. Thermal load's gone up quite substantially, and yeah, but this thing does now shift. Frameshift drive has been modified for increased FSD range, so optimized mass has gone up by 44%. Honestly, I could take this back and try and get this to around as close to 50 as I could, or potentially hope to get it over. I do have about 28 rolls, 29 rolls left for this particular modification, so I could, but I'm not going to, at least not yet. We've also got an increase to fuel per jump, so it's really not bad. And as you can see, our total unladen range is actually 23.39 light years, so that's really not bad for this type of ship. Fully laden, it's just over 20. Life support is standard, A-rated. I haven't modified this yet, maybe I will in the future. Power distributor, again, is modified grade 5 charge enhanced power distributor. So plus 31 and plus 41 on most of these. System's actually got a massive buff here because we got a really good roll on the secondaries. Now, with the sensors and the life support, I would like to go and get these modified, but I haven't gotten around to doing so just yet. Now, into optional tunnels, we can see that this thing is actually running prismatic shields. So yeah, this is one of the ships that really can run prismatics and quite well. Even without being modified, before engineers was even introduced, I had a Python with prismatic shields and 3 plasma accelerators. So yeah, it really does generate a lot of power when you have the maximum generator on this thing. But this is actually gone and been modified with thermal resistant shields, and as we can see, we've got integrity up by 43.9%. Thermal resistance is up by nearly 60%. Explosive resistance is up a touch. And the regenerate is even slightly faster. Which is amazing, considering that these are prismatics and their regenerate is absolutely terrible. Next, I've got one 6A shield cell bank. Again, non-modified. Not sure if I really want to do that. Some cargo capacity, a 5B fuel scoop. Some more cargo, a 3A interdictor, a 3A collector limpet controller. Mainly because I use this ship as a combat scavenger or a mission runner. So I can do pretty much whatever I want in this ship. Again, we've got a planetary vehicle hangar, so yet again, it's a mission runner, it can do whatever it needs to. And yeah, that's pretty much how we've got this ship set up. So let's go and take it outside and see how well it handles with all the extra weight of the shields and the grade 5 dirties. Right, we're just outside the station, so let's go and see how quickly this thing goes and accelerates from a standing start. Now, as you can see, it accelerates fairly quickly to a decent top cruising speed. As you can see, our top cruising speed is around about 333 meters per second, which really isn't bad. Now let's go and see what our boost speed is. Actually, now let's go and see how quickly this thing actually goes and comes to a stop. Now again, it's stopping, but it's not stopping that quickly. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing either. Now, for a boost stop. Not bad for a boost start to over 400 meters per second straight off the bat. Boosting again. We're going up to 434 meters per second. Can we actually go and beat that? 434. We can continue boosting continually with this thing, almost. Come on, can we get any better than 434? No, we can't. That is our absolute maximum top speed. Now, travelling back to the station and in the sweet spot, let's go and see how well this thing actually goes and pitches. So, pitching back, as we can see, it's not like we are sluggish at all. A nice, responsive turn there. Now, let's go and attempt a boost turn. As you can see, it gets a good way, then it kind of just slows itself down and then starts flying backwards. So it is quite heavy, but if we went and especially did a flight assist off turn, we can actually turn this thing around fairly quickly. As you can see. But that's enough to go and see how well this thing actually goes and maneuvers. Let's go and see how well this does in combat. Looks like we found our first target, a wanted federal gunship. So let's go and say hello with some fiery hot plasma death. I really do love that. And as you can see, I'm using my standard kind of spread with my pips by putting one into systems, one into engines, and the rest into weapons, because I've always thought that the best defense is a good offense. Now, let's actually go and target the power plant here, while I'm not really paying attention to everything else. We'll fire off some chaff, get a boost going. Turn ourselves around, say hello. And let's get our plasmas actually trained on this guy, because I'm really not paying attention to where they're looking. So... oh, believe me, I haven't actually fought with these things for a while. I'm pretty sure I fired off a heatsink launcher, but oh well. Now let's go and finish him off. There we go. Shot to the underbelly. Now this thing is fairly manoeuvrable for what it is, and it's very quick as well. I really do like the way this thing actually goes and manoeuvres with the grade 5s. The only issue is, as we said, a bit of heat and some drift. Now we do have what looks like another elite wanted ship. And as you can see, we can already go and fire at him if we can actually just get those lined up. And we actually did hit him! Ha ha! That is awesome! I did not actually expect to hit that from that range. Your chaff means nothing to me. Right, line up. And I really wish I could actually aim. We'll get his shields down in short order. There we go. Target his power plants. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Etch-a-sketch time. Now, yes, this ship is certainly nowhere near as manoeuvrable as my Vulture, but I don't mind. This thing is a lot more tanky than my Vulture. I can take a lot more hits, and I do like to just face tank a lot. So let's go and pop a heatsink launcher and a shield cell. I just realised I was turning the wrong way. And again, I'm not the most amazing thing with these plasmas right now, because I'm so used to not using them right now. But there we go, another foe is vanquished. I really shouldn't have needed to use the shield cell banks, but I did because I'm lazy. So we found ourselves a wanted clipper. Ooh, hello! Ooh, gotta love it. And what I like is I can actually go and regenerate power whilst I'm firing these lasers off. Or at least I can most of the time. Get ourselves around. Let's go and have a look at this guy, because I'm pretty sure this guy's going to be wanted. He is indeed. One pair of shots took his shields down completely. Getting a little bit more used to this again. So let's get around on him. Come on. Don't be shy. And he's gone. Now we do have a wanted Imperial Eagle here. Now this is going to be a bit difficult to hit with the plasma accelerators if he's expecting it. Not when he's not, though. So let's see, can we hit him again with these plasmas? Apparently not. Trying to line up the plasmas for a good little shot, but he's too small of a target. But it doesn't really matter because we can do a lot of damage to him up close with just the lasers. Now again, we've got another third lance, so we can go and see how well this goes. This guy's only dangerous. Well, I'll say only dangerous. Let's go and see how well this goes. And I just realised I haven't got pips into weapons. But that's fine. We can continually fire these things as much as we want. And as you can see, taking his shields down quite easily with nothing but our lasers. Firing off another shield cell bank. Coming around for another pass. got to get this thing turned around fairly quickly. I don't want to turn flight assist off because it does drift a wee bit too much in close confines. This is one of the reasons why I want to go and swap my plasma accelerators for advanced plasma accelerators. Because I'll just be able to make use of them ever so much more. And the shields are going to go down fairly soon. And I realise that I'm not using chaff as much as I should be using. Yep, shields are down. But that doesn't matter, so are his. Uh-oh, there's an asteroid. We don't want to go and hit that. Nearly got him. He's got his shields up, but that's fine. We can deal with that. And there, we've got him. Admittedly, I did make a bit of a meal out of it because I haven't been flying this thing for a long time. But overall, it's not a bad little combat ship, although technically this isn't designed just for combat. This is a mission running ship that can do combat when needed. So there we have it, a look at my Python. What do you think? What would you go and change about this ship? What do you like about this ship? Let me know down in the comments. I'm quite fond of this. The Python is my favourite ship in the game because it can just do so much. It's really only limited by the fact it's got somewhat of a short jump range. Even with engineers fully kitted out like this, it's got a little over 23 light years worth of jump range when having no cargo. So yeah, it can fit 96 tons, I believe, on board, and it can do a good amount. Whatever it needs to do, it can do, and sometimes more than that. But I still like this little ship, although I do seem to be spending more time flying either my Anaconda for its jump range or my Corvette just for its manoeuvrability and firepower. But let me know what you think down in the comments. That's going to be it for the video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. You can also come and join our community on Facebook or in Nara. Links are in the video description. You'll also find the links to our Discord. Come and join us there. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.